recording, top left.
Yeah.
If you want to pause it.
That.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, is it recording?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what this is here is for draining your flush tank. Obviously for winter, make sure you drain that down. If there's a reasonable amount in there, what you can do is either use another container sitting in the same place as that and drain it down into your tank or your waste tank and just drain the last little bit through there. Another good reason for using your flush is it's also getting the water out of your flush pump as well.
Okay.
So that's draining that one out, and obviously the least amount of water in there, obviously the better, because if it freezes, obviously it can cause trouble.
Okay. And pink chemical.
Pink chemical top,
Top.
blue chemical in the bottom.
Yeah. And 2 litres of water in each.
Well, you can see that. Where you can see it, I think it's around about 5 litres at least.
Okay.
It'll take in there, and about a couple of litres in that. Okay.
This is with the stuff that.
Yeah. So this is your control panel, 12-volt system on. Got your reading there to show you what your voltage of your leisure battery is. Lights. Obviously the lights are all individually switched, but also you can remotely shut them all off from as you say you're going out the door. You can obviously switch them all off from that. Warning light, obviously just above the door there, you can see that. Is that one, and that's your pump switch. Normally you wouldn't switch that straight on when you get in the van, so I'll just switch that off now. But normally all you do is just switch your 12-volt on first. So when you get into the van, normally the first thing you do is get the water in the system. Okay, so obviously where that can go, make sure that is in the obviously above your sink, and tap it off. Same in your bathrooms. Bathrooms taps, make sure they're all off as well. And underneath here, there's a yellow switch. You see that there? That's your drain for your water system. Okay, and that's your boiler there. So if that taps in that position, that will obviously hold the water in the system. So obviously it allows the water to run around. If it's in the upright position, it will drain on the ground outside. Okay, so obviously very important for winter, you make sure that is up in the upright position. All the taps are open and to centre, and that will drain everything out. Okay?
Okay.
Right, to gauges. Obviously it's quite obvious as it says what it is. Room heater is on that panel, water heater is on that panel. Okay? So we're looking at the water heating at the moment. Electric, it's on electric at the moment. Okay? You can have it running on gas as well if you want to at the same time, if you want to really heat the water up quick. Or perhaps you're going to use a shower, you want a bit more energy to keep your water warm. Also, you can use it on just gas alone as well. Okay. So if you're on a site that hasn't got 240 hookup, you can run it on gas as well. It is very important that that is switched off. When you fish, before you go home, make sure you switch that off. Okay, because if you drain that tank and you get to your next site and you've left that switched on, as soon as you plug 240 on the outside, that will start heating the element in that tank, and you could be in trouble. Okay. Okay. So also, if you are going to drain it as you travel home, like I do, switch it off at say at least half an hour before you're leaving. Because if you imagine, when you obviously boil a kettle and you tip all the hot water out, the element's still fizzing, isn't it? You imagine that is doing that when you've just dropped all that water out. It's obviously going to be red hot. Obviously that can damage the element as well. To switch the gas side of it on, you've got the outer ring. See obviously the little gas emblem in there. Turn the outer ring, you see a green light. Yep. Do if you hear that click then. Yep. So obviously it's attempting to ignite the gas in the boiler. Okay. If it turns to red, that means it's failed. Okay, but obviously it stays green. That's okay. It's up and running. Okay.
And if it fails, just switch it back. Try again.
Yeah. So if it goes to red, what the best thing to do is switch it off. Check. Obviously the at least 3 or 4 things. 1, you've turned your gas on. 2, you've got gas. So obviously you can fire your cook up just to make sure you've got gas running. The other one is obviously your cover. If you haven't got that, if that cover's still on, it will just fail straight away. Okay, so once you've checked all them things, attempt to light it again. It may take 2 or 3 attempts. You can't use it on gas for a while. Obviously there's going to be air in the system. What you're doing each time you switch it on or off is trying to purge the air out of the system. Okay. Okay. The difference between heating on electric or heating on gas. Electric is 70 degrees centigrade, thermostatic controlled. That's it. On the got side of it, you can obviously got a thermostat control, so you can obviously differ the temperature if you want to. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay with that bit?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. Room heater, electric. So what that is doing is switching, obviously isolating the electric. Obviously when it's switched off, obviously it's switched on. That is also the electric switch as well, which is going between the energies of 500,000 or 2,000 watts. Yep. Okay. What that is doing is heating an element in the fire. Okay, you also got your thermostat in control in the centre there. I don't know if you that just click in. So that's your thermostat. It looks very similar to that. Obviously, it's got a green light and green light. That green light is just to say it's on. It's not gas. So if I switch that off, look, you see the green light's off, so it's not working. Okay. So the centre back to that ring there, is off. Okay, you can run it on gas if you want to as well. Well, not obviously not at the same time. So that's the control. You turn that round, hold it down. That's obviously releasing the gas. Press the button, it fires it up. If you can see down the window down there, you should be able to see a flame.
Yep.
See that? Yeah. Obviously, depending on how warm you want it. Obviously, 10 being the hottest. If you want to switch it off, obviously make sure you bring it back down to 0. This side of it is your fan. This fan control will obviously works off 12 volts. You can use it on the electric side of the heating or the gas side of the heating, or on its own. Centre's off. To the right is automatic, so that's thermostatic controlled, so that controls the fan as the heat rises or lowers.
Okay.
Obviously it speeds up or slows down. This side of it is your manual fan, which is that control on the top there. Obviously speeds up or slows it down. Okay? Obviously the centre's off.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. With the thing.
You recorded that. If you see that, look, the red needle's starting to come back down again. So what you do is fire it up again. So again, it's similar to your boiler. If you haven't used it on gas for a while, obviously there can be air in it. So it may take a few times. You might just have to keep going bang, bang, bang on that until it does light.
Okay.
Okay? As long as the red needle stops up there, normally you can hear it from outside anyway. You can hear the gas burning. But if you need to use that